Hey guys, welcome back. It's Lucid, and we have the second to last round of Champions Arena. It's exciting. We have a message from Niflheim. The penultimate round. Contender this turn will be a Nifl Jarl with suboptimal gear, who honestly died to a lot of things. Unlucky blood hunting last turn, so no lifelong protection, but we'll have 2 for the final round instead. Ooh, that's going to be spicy. Really like the rule change for the final. Having more fights each round and points to win, even if you know you won't win the round, makes it more interesting for everyone, I think. Not been entirely happy with my build. The idea behind Unholy Weapons was that in the first arena game, most of the fights were decided in the first 2 rounds of contact. And I thought having more chances of exploding dice rolls would be a good thing to have. Given the caster-oriented Pretender builds, something more like MR would have probably been more helpful. Was happy with other Blessed components, though. Yeah, I agree with that. And then from Theradose, Mr. Krabs has once again come onto our mortal plane. However, our scout in Pelagia, Coulter Beckett, does not yet see the return of his 8-armed nemesis, Jack Sparrow. In the Great Crustacean's time away, he did lose some knowledge of water magic, but gained in its place understanding of blood magic. We are at once setting forth with our scholars to research the secrets of Leeching Touch, as it could provide a useful alternative to other spells. Mr. Krabs may be inclined towards casting when trying to ensure he avoids excessive fatigue. This month we're faced with the strategic decision about whether to withhold Mr. Krabs' participation in the arena or attempting to capitalize on the closeness of the final round, as perhaps many nations will save their strongest combatants for the ultimate showdown, allowing for relatively uncontested points to be gained the month this message arrives to you. Okay, fancy talking from Olio. It's making it hard for me to read. My reading isn't so good. But I think he's sending in Krabby Claws. Because if he doesn't win, then he's not going to be present for the final round. And then a message from Arco. I'll have Phoenix Pyre next turn, but this turn I'm going to try something not yet seen. Summon Sprites. The hell? I've never seen... This is a spell I've never seen used, but I think by adding my force 6 high precision attacks, each which trigger MR or gain 100 fatigue effect, seems strong. A strong way to prevent an opponent from getting any actions. I think this build would still have trouble dealing with lifelong protection. I'll hopefully get lucky again with not fighting a strong version of it. Okay. All right, guys, buckle in. We got some cool fights coming up. Theradose and Hinnom. Oh, my goodness. So Hinnom not sending in a terribly strong dude. And we have the same kit. He does have Never Healing Wound, but does not have a chest wound. I remember he had that at some point. But that's gone away. We can see the blood path here. So he casts Petrify. He jumps in and just kills it with the Krabby Claws. We won't see the rest of the script. So that's a point for Theradose. Next up, we have Saramatia. Still not very impressive gear. Does have an Amulet of Anti-Magic, which will be helpful dealing with, like, Petrify bullshit. But really, I don't know where all their gems have gone. Maybe they didn't have a lot of gems. We can kind of go look, but... Vithmar the Barbarian Chief. I think we know who will win this. Big old Skelly spam. It's a point for Saramatia. Now we have Atlantis and Yomi in the second to last round. Last round's going to be hard. Oh my goodness. So we've got Faithful giving him luck and a Burning Blade. And we've got Chainmail of Displacement coupled with Earth Boots. Bunch of Earth Gems. The Dione, however, has 2 Swords of Swiftness, Charge Plate, Stone Bird, and he's got death weapons, mind you. So all these attacks are going to have a chance to cause death weapons. A lifelong protection and key boots. So many attacks combined with quickness. And he's a prophet. Oh my god, what a monster. He's just going to run at you. I don't even think he's going to need to buff. Who do y'all think is going to win? This guy could do some fancy things like Earth Elementals. We're going to be really good against lifelong protection and Skelly spam, but I think they will get torn up pretty fast in melee, but we'll see. So this guy's casting Iron Skin. This guy's casting Quicken Self. I think the answer was probably to do Earth Elementals turn 1. Versus a lot of these things. Buffing up is kind of cool. I wonder what he's going to use these... So he's cast Flying Shell. This guy's way better buffed than this dude. He's going to come and just delete him. Yeah. All right. Pour one out for Atlantis. It was a honorable attempt, but he got distracted by the imps, and then one hit killed effectively by the Dione. Or one round killed. Next up, we have Yomi and Theradose. This is going to be a hype fight, guys. This guy is badass as hell. He's got these imps, which are potentially going to distract this dude. If this guy does not land adjacent to the Dione, there's a very good chance that the Dione will win. But if he does, I don't know what he's going to do, because he's going to get petrified turn 1. That is not going to stop the imps from coming out. And the imps are also, standing in the same square as him, going to be a distraction. So they will occasionally, occupy attacks. Summon Earth Power. There's a lot of imps now. This guy does have fear, so the imps will occasionally run away. Imps are not great morale. Okay, he's still petrified, but he is not in his second form yet. It's a slightly different look. Soul Vortex, going to be very good against lifelong protection. Going to keep this... This guy's going to be very difficult to kill with Phoenix Pyre and Soul Vortex. With fighting anybody with lifelong protection. However, that was a big freaking hit. He has almost killed him. But a Hand of Death has come out and knocked the Dione, who does not have regen, down to 12 hit points. He's killed him the first time. But the Dione is down to 7 hit points. And this guy is at 64 fatigue. He's diseased with Never Healing Wound. He casts Iron Skin, but is petrified again. Oh no! I believe he is out of range of Hand of Death, though. Petrify going here again on an imp. Or the imp gets knifed. But this should allow this guy to wake up. Oh, he has been hit. He is in his second form. Man, if this guy had regen, I mean, something would have to come off, like this Stone Bird, which is really good with this Death Weapons build. But he really needs regen, because he would have had a lot of opportunity to heal back up. And I believe he has the means to kill this guy. I mean, he can kill him in 2 rounds. And he's very fast. So I think he had the ability, if he could maybe not continually be petrified, to kill this dude. But Petrify, I mean, he's even casting Petrified Imps. So I think when this guy comes off script, he's going to get petrified right away again, I think. Yeah, he's petrified again. The AI really likes casting it. He just can't do anything. Got Petrify Strong, boys. Frozen Heart hit him again for 10 points. He's about to die. Now, I think he's gotten saved a little bit by luck. Free from petrification. Okay, we don't see the luck negating damage. And then gets hit by Drain Life, and that's it. That was a scary freaking Oni. All right, guys. That was a very, very spooky Oni. And, yeah, Krabby Claws killed it. Got a little bit of an affliction from it, though. I think he got... he started with Never Healing Wounds. We'll see what else he has in his next fight. But, yeah, he definitely got some afflictions. All right, now we have Old Arco. Oh, my goodness. And a Vampire Queen. We've seen her kit before. His kit, however, is a bit fancy. We've got the Crown of Bones, and a Great Sword of Sharpness, and a boatload of Earth Gems. Now, this is the Bronze Colossus we haven't seen before. Mystery Monster of the Week. And he's got an Acorn Necklace for Earth, like shock resistance. He's got Earth Boots, and a bunch of gear. This is a kind of interesting kit. I don't know what he's planning on casting. We'll find out. The Earth Gems would imply... Oh, he does Petrify, but for whatever reason, he's out of range. I don't know if he... I guess you can position yourself. And they both position themselves at the back. And the consequence of him positioning himself at the back is he wasn't in range to petrify the Vampire Queen. I wasn't actually sure you could move yourself forward and backwards in the arena, but apparently you can. So he summoned some big Earth Elementals, but he's now fatigued out. He summoned another one. And Earth Elementals are pretty good against Skelly Spam, but I think there's too much. And he's fatigued out now. I think he may actually lose this to the Vampire Queen. Maws of the Earth. He's off script allowed to spend gems, so he's going to use these Earth gems that are left to cast Maws of the Earth. This is probably going to time out, actually. I don't think they're actually really able to hurt him. Though he's fatigued out, so they're getting critical hits. But I don't think they're going to make it through 130 HP before this battle's over. Now, this is the first time the Vampire Queen is on the right side. If you're on this side, you're getting attacked in the arena. So, if the battle time's out at 90, he is going to try to run. The issue, though, is he may not be able to run. I don't know how that's going to interact with Mindless and Phoenix Pyre and stuff. Mindless stuff doesn't really like retreating. We'll see what happens. I can't remember how this interaction works. But he is going to be retreating now. Yeah, okay, there he went. That was kind of what I thought would happen. Basically, when you retreat and you're mindless, you die. And if you have Phoenix Pyre, you would normally live through it, but it just keeps making you die and die and die again until you're dead. So, yeah. Bronze Colossus dies, so that's one Bronze Colossus down. There's probably going to be another one yet to fight. We have Helheim and Theradose. Helheim, oh my goodness, a Baneblade, a Sword of Sharpness, Berserker's Thing, Mistletoe Garland, Dancing Trident, Job's Bowl for Blessed. So he gets petrified here. This is the run at you and kill you build, but he honestly can't get anything off before this guy comes in. And now he's got to survive this. Now he has lucky, so he has a shot at surviving. But he has to get pretty friggin' lucky. Summon Earth Power. Now, fortunately, Hands of Death aren't going off because he's doing this buff stuff. But what is an elf to do when he wakes up from this? I ask you. He survives a Hand of Death. A lot of... so it's Mirror Image and Luck negating a bunch of stuff. And then Hand of Death goes and gets him. What can an elf do against such forces of reckless hate? All right, next up we have new Arco. So this is the Colossus we have grown to, I hesitate to say love, but we've certainly grown accustomed to. He's got an Axe of Hate, a Frostbrand, Crown of the Magi, Chassis of the Mountain, Boots of the Messenger, Bottle of Living Water, and a Ring of Returning, and a boatload of friggin' gems. Petrify and Yoink. All right, that is the first win for Arco against Ubar. Next up, we have Theradose versus Pangea. Pangea. Similar kit. Main Gosh is a pairing or bust, says Pangea. And Theradose says, we'll take that point. So it's a point for Theradose. And next up, we have... The defense builds really do not do well against Petrify, because Petrify sets your defense to 0. Now, this guy has been hit. He has a chance to actually die, because this is a check or bust. Which, if it busts, it will go past the Ring of Returning and just kill him. Okay, but no, he has hit him before then. Right? Yeah, send him home. All right, so once again, the Protogenus of the Sea comes out victorious. Next up, we have Gath and Theradose. Theradose getting a lot of fights here. Oh my god. So he's got this guy, a Vision's Foe with a Rabbitfoot Amulet for Twist Fate. All right. And now we have... So that's another win for Theradose. And now we have Asphadel. Oh my god. Oh, she was twice born. Oh my god. Take 2 the White Mage. What a badass. Death 4, Vine Shield, Kirby, I hate to tell you, my friend. I think this is you. Dude, this doesn't work. You need a bait. This doesn't work. You don't get blessed. It doesn't work that way. I don't think. Yeah, no, it doesn't. This does not work. But, oh, he's fighting a Swarm caster. Okay. Swarm is not very good against undead. Ooh, Bone Melter on an imp. It's an interesting use case. And the guy's dead. And yeah, lifelong protection here. All right. So that's a win for Asphadel. Not surprising. But next up, we have Theradose and Niflheim. Now, this is going to be spicy. So he's got this Lantern Shield, which is really good for these arena fights because it gives you these distraction chaff. A Flesh Eater starts off blessed. I think he's just going to run at him, though I think he might try to cast Quicken Cell first. Oh, but he gets petrified. And these guys are distracting him, but we'll see. They have a chance to get Decay on him, too, which would be pretty good. Phoenix Pyre, he's got a ton of poison damage on him right now. Then Hand of Death. What a monster. Oh, he did get decayed, though. Yeah, he got diseased was the other thing he got earlier. This was from the fight with Yomi. So another falls to Theradose. Got a Nifl Jarl down. And... oh my goodness. Petrify. Now, this white mage has a lot of HP. It could live through a couple Hands of Death. But from what we've seen before, basically... now, okay, the difference between this and the Dione is this chassis has regen. And so if it's not paying attention... oh my god, another Hand of Death. Okay, she casts regen, so she's up to 20% regen now. But another Hand of Death is all it's going to take. God, and this guy, it's just like the spellcasting AI is relentless. It is relentless. It says, we're going to Hand of Death to you every turn in melee. Good friggin' luck. It's completely relentless. Once it went off script, it was like Hand of Death, Hand of Death, Hand of Death, Hand of Death. I mean, what a freaking monster. What a monster. All right, that was really cool from Asphadel, though. Too bad that Petrify... I mean, God, Petrify is so strong. It might be if we do this again, we need to nerf Petrify. I mean, Petrify... we can talk about what Pretender chassis have dominated. The spell that's dominated, and it is not a spell that gets cast much in normal dominions, is Petrify. All right. No lifelong protection or anything. She has picked up some gear from this bronze colossus she killed, though. The Crown of Bones and the Great Sword of Sharpness. And the attacks come through. She does get hit. She's regenning up some. Summon Earth Power. Believe she's been hit again. 1 hit point left. Relentless. Krabby Claws OP as hell. Please nerf. Sarmatia falling. And now we have Tiernanog. This is his first fight. Tiernanog has an acorn necklace and a handful of acorns. So this is like he's all nuts. He's doubling down on the nuts. He wants the acorns. Got a lot of nature gems, indicating he might want to cast Swarm. However, I don't think he's going to be able to because he's going to get petrified round 1. Boom. And this is a particularly fast innate caster. There's some dice roll that's all hidden in the game, and different people can cast innate caster at different speeds, and this guy is exceptionally fast. I mean, this comes off very freaking early. Tiernanog's routed. They have a fair amount of HP, though. Oh my god. So brutal. Guys, I think we're going to have a new champion. I don't know if anybody can win against Theradose now. You can get a lot of points potentially winning in the finals, but I think Theradose has clutched it. I think they've clutched it. What did they win? Elemental armor, which they can't carry. So, yeah. Looks like Theradose has clutched it. However, it's not all about first. I mean, it is. But we're going to have a cool, hype last round. Everybody's going to send everything in. So tune in next time, and we'll look at all the score graphs. And, yeah. Hope you've enjoyed the series so far. See y'all then.